All right, let's turn our attention to question 5, which has multiple parts. Okay, and so I'm going to give you some similar problems, but what I want you to think about is which one is the whole and what am I dividing it into? Okay, so if I start out with, Sam and Ben share, yeah, right, 6 feet of bubble gum, how much does each get? Well, I'm not going to cut Sam and Ben up, no. The 6 feet of bubble gum is my whole. So I know that my whole always comes first, so I'd start it up. And then I'm splitting it up. They're sharing it. Well, who is sharing it? Well, Sam and Ben. Okay, so that means that 2 people are sharing it. They're each going to get 3 pieces. I could make this look like a number line if I wanted to draw a visual model of it. Okay, with a 0 and a 6. And I could show, the 1, 2, 3. I'm going to mark the 3 off. 4, 5, 6. And I could say, okay, so here's Sam's and here's Ben's. I could draw 6 circles or circle-like objects. And I could say, okay, Sam's going to get 3 of them, and Ben's going to get the other 3. Okay, doesn't matter what my visual looks like for part C, just that I have to do that. Okay, let's get rid of this, and let's give another example. Okay, so let's say it takes a third a cup of butter to make a pie crust. That's true. With my recipe, it does take a third of a cup of butter. Okay. How many pie crusts can I make with 4 cups of butter? Okay. Well, what's my whole? Well, my whole is 4 cups of butter. That's how much butter I have altogether. What am I dividing it into? Well, I'm dividing it into chunks of butter that are each of a 1/3 cup big, because each of those 1/3 cup bigs gives me a pie crust. Okay, so what might that look like for this? Well, I could do a number line again. I could do shapes. I think I'm going to do squares for this one. Okay, so I'm going to say that's worth a cup. Okay, and I don't have 1 cup. I have 4 of them. So 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups, and then I have to do exactly what my problem is doing. I have to divide it into thirds. So 3 pie crusts out of this cup, 3 pie crusts out of this cup, 3 pie crusts out of this cup, and 3 pie crusts out of this cup. Okay, so I've got 12 pie crusts then that I would be able to make. When you consider the answer to question D, could either of the problems also be solved using half times 1/5? Okay, there is no multiplying in the problems that you wrote for A and B in the expressions, because it tells you right in the directions, write a division expression. It might help you to solve half of 5 or half times 5 and see, does that answer match the answer that you got for problem C? Problem C also included not just drawing a diagram, but solving. There were several students who drew a great diagram, but had no answers, so they weren't able to get full points. Hopefully this will give you a chance to solve those errors.